stop because they get litigious. Here it comes.
Reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return.
It was suggested that the then Meghan Markle likely spent time with Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein before she even met Prince Harry.
So guess what it all began? When this tiny little smile happened. You know, the kind that looks innocent but low-key means something big is about to go down. Okay, so listen, this guy Colin Jost was on Saturday Night Live, right? And he looked straight into the camera like he knew he was about to say something wild. And oh my god, he totally did. Like he said this thing that would seriously make any press person freak out, like really freak out, and it was about Trump and this trade deal with the UK, and get this. He joked that part of the deal was us sending Meghan Markle back, but only if she deletes her whole Instagram again. Like seriously, who even says that on live TV? It was kinda savage, not gonna lie.
Nasty, and says he feels sorry for Prince Harry because his wife is a lot to deal with.
Okay, so right after that joke, the internet totally lost it. Like everyone was talking about it non-stop, and apparently Meghan Markle was in Montecito, and girl, they say she almost broke a wine glass from shock or rage or both, who even knows? But this wasn't just some normal late-night joke. It felt bigger, like a direct hit from a huge stage. And Colin wasn't teasing her for being some poor misunderstood duchess. No, he was going after her like she's a whole brand, and not the cute kind either. More like the kind with drama and secrets leaking out all over the internet, like messy digital closets that just won't stay shut.
Reminder, Prince Harry married a talentless Soho house, alleged, named Meghan Markle. And I've seen this before, but I have to admit.
Okay, but like, let's be real. The whole yacht girl thing never really went away. It just chilled in the background, like waiting for the perfect messy moment. And then, boom, Colin drops that joke, and suddenly it's back like front and center again. And Meghan's PR team, bless them, probably tried their best, but even they couldn't spin this one into something cute. And while everyone was busy laughing at Colin's joke, they totally missed the real tea bubbling underneath. Because just a few days before that episode dropped, these blurry but totally real-looking pics started floating around online, and girl, it showed this fancy yacht, all sunny and rich-looking, with a bunch of powerful dudes holding champagne. And guess who was right in the middle? Like literally center frame.
We again highlight the mucky murkiness and mendacious manner of this alleged yacht girl, according to Urban.
And right there in the middle was this woman who looked so much like Meghan Markle from way back before all the royal stuff. Like, she had the same vibe, the same face, the same everything, wearing some fancy swimsuit that probably cost more than a car, looking all effortless and perfect. Like, she wasn't even trying, but you could tell every inch was planned and posed, and now everyone's like, wait, was that really her? Or just someone who looks a little too much like her? Okay, so like, the pic didn't exactly have Meghan's name written on it or anything, but you know the internet does not play, especially Reddit and TikTok and Twitter people who probably haven't slept in days, went full detective mode, and they started matching bracelets, body posture, even the sun angle. Like, seriously, the sun. And let me tell you, this was not one of those blurry, maybe kind of pics. It was clear, like clear enough that even someone guarding the palace would do a double take. But the wild part wasn't just the photo itself, it was when it popped up, because this wasn't some old college spring break vibe. This lined up way too perfectly with her early Suits days, when she was all about green juice and self-love and being that relatable chill girl online, dropping little activist quotes like soft branding her way into everyone's hearts. And the crazy thing is, it totally worked. She didn't just marry into royalty, she kind of marketed herself there like a total transformation from TV actress to duchess, and for a hot minute, the glow was real. But when those photos made a comeback, the whole polished story she built started showing little cracks, and everyone began side-eyeing the timeline like, wait a second.
Girl past set to be exposed in a new documentary that's finally going to air next month. Let's put it this way, I smell a scared little.
It wasn't just some random joke. Colin basically flipped a switch and now she's the punchline. And ever since then, okay, so here's where it gets kind of juicy. Like if Meghan was really out there living it up on yachts, clinking rosé glasses with rich, powerful dudes way before Prince Harry ever slid into her DMs, then maybe, just maybe, that whole fairy tale love story wasn't all magical fate and butterflies like they made it seem. Maybe it was a little more planned, a little more strategic, like networking with a side of romance and the way Colin said it. OMG, he didn't even have to spell it out. He just dropped that joke with a smirk and let the world fill in the blanks like he knew exactly what he was doing, and it hit. Because it wasn't just a name drop. It was him hinting at something that people have been low-key saying forever, but never loud enough for the royal press machine to panic until now. So like the real thing people started whispering about is that Meghan didn't just wake up one day and magically become a duchess. Like, oh, a surprise, royal life. No, girl, she climbed her way up there with a smile that could melt steel. Some serious hustle and a contact list that probably looks like a G20 summit, and then boom, Colin cracks that joke, and suddenly the whole internet is laughing and headlines are exploding and rumors are flying that she legit chucked her phone at the wall like it was some trash ex who ghosted her. Because the part people forget in all this drama and tea is that the whole Meghan Markle image is kind of like a pretty Instagram filter. It looks flawless on the surface, but it's not made of truth. It's made of vibes and good lighting. And once that starts cracking, oh boy, it gets messy real fast. Okay, so her whole image was like these perfect photos and planned interviews where even the sad moments felt styled and sweet. But the second real messy life starts showing up, the whole thing feels kind of fake, like one big PR house of cards ready to fall with just one little push. Okay, so those pics showed up years ago on shady blogs and forums. But no one cared because Meghan still had the whole sad princess vibe. And back then, if you questioned anything, people called it sexist or racist. And that was the end of it. And like, let's be honest, no one wanted to question Cinderella while she was still slipping on that glass shoe. But now everything's different. The Spotify deal flopped. Netflix hype is kinda dead and the rosé jokes hit hard. And now this whole yacht photo thing is back and louder than ever. So now those quiet little yacht girl rumors have turned into a full-on thing with actual pictures, timestamps, and guest lists that just won't disappear. And Meghan is totally silent. Like not even one of her usual deep healing quotes or some artsy tree photo with a long caption about growth or whatever, just nothing. And that's what's making everyone side-eye the whole situation. Because like, if it wasn't her, wouldn't she say something? Wouldn't she threaten to sue or drop a quick denial before Archewell posts another vague kindness project? But nope, she's just quiet. And in today's world, silence doesn't feel peaceful. It feels shady. Even the people who always have her back seem a little stuck, like they don't really know what to say this time, because when your whole image is about being strong and selfless and rising above it all, it's kinda awkward when fancy boat pics pop up out of nowhere and suddenly the story doesn't match the brand, and nobody wants to be the one trying to explain champagne cruises while preaching about purpose. And yeah, the internet went full detective mode after Colin's joke blew up with memes everywhere. TikTok's breaking down her glow, up from influencer to duchess to moody startup queen, and Twitter was busy digging up how her old friends vanished and how anything off-brand just quietly fades, like it was never there in the first place. Even the media outlets that used to be on her side are now throwing around words like fake and overdone. And the worst one of all, inauthentic. And the thing is, Meghan's handled drama before like rumors and hate aren't new to her. But what really gets to her is the laughing, because you can flip hate into pity. But when people start making jokes and memes and laughing at you, that's when it all starts slipping out of your hands. It's like the floodgates flew open with every gossip blog, late night show, and YouTube T channel sniffing through her past like there's something big to find. And let me tell you, the trail is hot. And there's even buzz that more never-before-seen pics might drop. And if that's true, it's about to get a whole lot messier. So, word on the street is some fancy photographers are getting quiet little calls asking them to dig through old files and flag anything risky. And let's be real, that's never a good sign, and the whole yacht thing isn't blowing up because it's some massive scandal, but because it kind of captures that weird gap between how Meghan wants to be seen and who she might really be when the cameras aren't rolling. So here's the real kicker. If your whole image is about being wronged and misunderstood, then finding out you might have helped create that story yourself, that's the part that stings. And now it's not just online whispers or random posts. It's everywhere, it's viral, and no one's pretending it's not real anymore. It all flipped the moment SNL threw that joke out, because when something becomes comedy, it means it's no longer just news. It's culture. And Meghan didn't feel like royalty anymore. She felt like a meme. And now it's not big interviews or fancy platforms shaping her image. It's punchlines and people laughing. What really stings is that this kind of joke doesn't go away. It spreads everywhere like wildfire. And once people start seeing you that way, it's almost impossible to change it. And Meghan knows it. Word is she was raging after that SNL bit, because you can fight headlines, but you can't sue a joke, and those yacht pics just keep popping up no matter how fast her team tries to hide them. An insider said Meghan tried calling media folks after the SNL bit, asking them to focus on her charity work, but it was already too late. The jokes were viral, the pics were everywhere, and TikTok was tearing through her past like a crime scene, and the whole thing just came crashing down. Harry's not just on the sidelines. The guy who hated the press is now stuck in the middle with his face in every headline. And while Meghan gets called the schemer, he's looking like the prince who gave up everything for someone who never really left the fame behind. Rumors are swirling that all this drama might be pulling Harry further back from everyone, including Meghan, while she's out here trying to control the story. He's gone quiet and distant, and now people are starting to think maybe things aren't so perfect behind the scenes after all. Hollywood notices everything, and behind the scenes, people talk. And now Meghan's name is quietly disappearing from deals and invites, not because she lacks appeal, but because she's seen as a risk, and Hollywood doesn't bet on risky. When your past gets louder than your par team, you've got a problem. Colin's joke didn't just bring back old rumors. It showed how one viral photo can crack a carefully built image, and that's the twist. Because Meghan's whole rise was anything but random. She came in looking like a fresh start for the royals, all modern and powerful. But behind the scenes, things weren't so simple. And now people are starting to see. It wasn't just about love. It was about moves, choices, silence, and how she kept switching up depending on the spotlight. The issue isn't Meghan's past. It's acting like it never happened, telling different stories that don't line up, and turning anyone who questions it into the villain. And now the cracks are showing, because the internet never forgets. After Colin's joke, all the old questions came flooding back, like, why were the pics erased? Why are old friends silent? And why does her team scramble to hide the past but never just say what really happened? The questions keep piling up, and her silence just adds fuel. Her fans blame, hate, but this isn't backlash. It's what happens when the truth starts slipping through the spin. And once the truth starts slipping, it's not the trolls you need to worry about. It's regular people connecting the dots, talking in podcasts, videos, comments, blogs, and now they're just not buying it anymore. Colin made the joke, the internet ran with it, and now Meghan's stuck, because when you try to erase the past, but the internet remembers, you're not building a brand, you're just running from the truth.